Welcome to the IREL podcast. Are you sick and tired of real estate gurus pitching their next free construction deal, only to find out years later they were completely wrong? Worried the next overseas conference you spend thousands to attend will only be used to sell overpriced lots in deserted developments? Join thousands of other international real estate seekers who are looking for their place in paradise without the sales pitch. Straight from your host, Taylor White.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the What If episode of the IREL podcast. I am your host, Taylor White. Head on over to irelpodcast.com/what if for complete show notes. We have an awesome, quick-hitting show today with yours truly, and I really want to get into it and deep dive into one of the strategies you hear me ask our overseas property insiders on each episode. Where's my cheddar? I'm a big believer in order to be a successful, long-term real estate investor, especially overseas when you might be out of your comfort zone, you absolutely need to have a money exit strategy in place even before you buy. I have received numerous emails from listeners who have expressed they intend to live in their property full time and therefore care less about the numbers aspect of the transaction and more about the property in terms of it fitting some general price range. To give you some examples, if they have $200,000 saved up for an overseas purchase, they aren't thinking about flipping a house in Coronado, Panama with Mike Vitovich or subdividing raw land they found in the Cochagua Valley in Chile with Matt Ridgway. My question back to them is always the same. What if? What if you buy your dream home with Kelly McFarland in Didim, Turkey, using all your saved up retirement money and your spouse dies? What if you buy a pre-construction condo in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico with Brock Squire, and over the course of its construction period, your financial situation changes and you can't make any more payments? What if you've heard everyone since 1980 talking about living the Pura Vida in Costa Rica, and you decided to take the plunge with Joshua Cantor in Dominical, but then lived through your first rainy season and finally declared, F that? Or let me give you a personal example of mine. What if you paid thousands of your hard-earned dollars for a well-known overseas real estate investment newsletter, took the advice of the self-proclaimed guru, who it turns out didn't have the slightest idea of what he was talking about, and ended up costing his subscribers millions and millions of dollars and counting? If you are listening to this podcast because you think I am some guru that knows all the ins and outs to buying off-plan apartments in Prague, Czech Republic, or the legalese for foreigners to buy a house and land in Chiang Mai, Thailand, or exactly how you can wire your needed funds in and out of Argentina to buy your Mendoza finca, let me save you some time right now. I'm not a guru. And to be honest, I'm not even close. But what I can promise is to have on each episode the on-the-ground insiders who can answer these questions. You will have local insiders in the world's top property markets giving us their current on-the-ground insights with absolutely no filters and no fluff. You will learn firsthand from property investors like Matt Ridgway about the best ways to buy, renovate, and then flip for capital appreciation in markets like Santiago, Chile. You will hear firsthand from agents like Lori Silverman from Tiberias, Israel, who are today, right now, helping clients buy overseas property they intend to live in a few months out of the year, and then how their clients rent it out for a good, positive cash flow the other months. You will get amazing insights from lifelong insiders like Terry Moran on a little-known way to get money outside your home country to a place like Lake Arenal, Costa Rica, that 95% of listeners have never heard of. Real estate insiders like Mike Sager from Playas, Ecuador, will tell you exactly how he is buying pre-construction apartments and flipping at completion for healthy profits and the best locations he recommends expats buying to live part-time and generate great vacation rental returns the other months. You will hear the best ways to exchange your home for someone else's home completely free, or little-known secrets on how you can stay in the world's most exclusive houses free by house sitting, or how you can legally buy and sell overseas real estate completely tax-free using a truly self-directed IRA, even for Americans. Now, it's my turn to flip it on you. What if you pay thousands of dollars a year for a guru's so-called secrets and you end up buying pre-construction units in Fortaleza, Brazil on staged payments, only to find out years later the strategy is 100% wrong? What if you get an email, hot buy alert, about so-called 5% discounted lots in a country the guru hasn't visited in years, only to learn they earned a 15% commission off of you being naive, or shall we call trusting? What if instead of listening to Ryan Brosh in Boquete, Panama, you instead listen to the guru's Boquete secrets, only to find out he hasn't been there in 7 years? If you want to join myself and the on-the-ground insiders on each episode with absolutely no filters, no fluff, or angle of any kind, head on over to irelpodcast.com/whatif. That's irelpodcast.com/whatif.
You have been listening to the IREL Podcast with Taylor White. Be sure to hit up irelpodcast.com for more. That's irelpodcast.com. Thanks for listening.